You're not an overthinker. Your brain just never got the memo that the danger passed. It's late, fan running, room dark, nothing happened today. No fight, no strange text, no obvious reason. And yet your chest is doing that thing again. That low hum of something's wrong, when nothing is actually wrong. Your mind is already 3 steps ahead, replaying a conversation from this morning, scanning for the thing you might have missed, preparing for a problem that doesn't exist yet. You've been told your whole life, you think too much, you worry too much, just relax. And every time someone said that, a part of you wanted to ask, how? Because it's not a choice. It never felt like a choice. Here's what nobody explained. Your brain isn't broken. It was trained. Trained early. Trained quietly. In an environment where staying alert meant staying okay. And it never stopped. Not a diagnosis. Just a pattern that finally has a name. SIGN1. But here's the thing about a brain that learned to stay alert. It doesn't just scan the room. It scans the past. You had a completely normal conversation today. Nothing heavy. Nothing dramatic. Maybe just lunch with a friend. Maybe a quick exchange with your partner before they left for work. And now it's 11 p.m. and you're still in it. Rewinding. Pausing. Zooming in. Did I say that wrong? Why did they go quiet after that? Was the tone different at the end? You're not being paranoid. Your brain is doing its job. The job it was assigned a long time ago. When you were younger, missing a subtle shift in someone's mood wasn't just awkward, it was costly. So your brain built a system, a review process. Run every conversation through it. Check for anything you might have missed. Flag anything that felt slightly off. The problem is, that system never got a memo that most conversations now don't need a threat assessment. So it keeps running. Every night. On conversations that were fine. On people who never planned to leave. Stomach still tight. Mind still pulling at the thread. That's not overthinking. That's a nervous system still doing its old job. In a situation that doesn't require it anymore. Be honest. Does this sound familiar? Drop a number in the comments. SIGNTWO. And it's not just the past your brain won't let go of. It's the present too. You walk into a room. Could be your own home. Could be a dinner table. You've sat it 100 times. And before you even put your bag down, something in you is already working. Scanning faces. Reading posture. Clocking the silence between words. Is the energy off tonight? Did someone's voice drop slightly? Is that a tired quiet? Or an angry quiet? You don't decide to do this. It happens before the decision. And only once you've run the scan. Only once everything checks out. Do you allow yourself to exhale? To sit down fully? To actually be there? People think you're perceptive. They say you have good emotional intelligence. And maybe that's true. But the reason you learned to read a room so fast isn't because you were born sensitive. It's because at some point, walking into a room without reading it first wasn't safe. Maybe the mood at home changed without warning. Maybe calm never felt safe, because calm was usually what came right before the storm. So you learned to check first. Feel it out. Make sure. And now you do it everywhere. At work. With friends. With people who have never once given you a reason to be afraid. Your shoulders don't drop until you know the temperature is okay. That's not emotional intelligence. That's a nervous system that never learned it's allowed to arrive somewhere and just be there. SIGN 3. So your brain scans the past. It scans the present. And then, without being asked, it starts scanning what hasn't happened yet. You're sitting across from someone you love. Dinner is good. Conversation is easy. They're laughing at something you said. And somewhere behind your eyes, a quiet part of you is already running the math. What if this changes? What if they get tired of me? What if this is as good as it gets? And I'm not prepared for when it ends. You don't say any of this out loud. You smile. You refill their glass. You stay completely present on the outside. But inside, you're already writing the contingency plan. Already rehearsing the version of yourself. That will be okay when this falls apart. People would never guess. You seem relaxed, engaged, happy even. But happiness for you has always come with a footnote. Enjoy this. But don't get too comfortable. And that footnote isn't pessimism. It's not that you expect the worst. It's that your nervous system learned very early that good things don't announce when they're leaving. So the only logical response was to never fully arrive in them, to keep one foot out. to stay half-packed, just in case. That's not overthinking. That's what happens when joy got interrupted enough times that your brain stopped trusting it. At GNF4. And then something strange happens. A good week arrives. No conflict, no tension, nobody pulling away. Everything just calm. And instead of exhaling, you brace. This is too quiet. Something is coming. People don't just stop being difficult. You check your phone more. Not because anything is wrong, because nothing is wrong. And that feels wrong. Jaw tight, shoulders up, waiting for the other shoe. You know logically that everything is fine, but logic doesn't run this part of the brain because you learned somewhere early, somewhere real, that calm was never just calm. Calm was the hour before the fight. Calm was the week before they left. Calm was what your body felt, right before everything changed. So now your nervous system reads peace, the same way it reads danger. Not because you're broken, because you were calibrated in an environment where peace was never allowed to just mean peace. It always meant, not yet. And you've been waiting for not yet for so long that you don't know what to do when it doesn't come. So you wait harder, you scan deeper, you find something to worry about just to feel like you're prepared, because prepared feels safer than surprised. And surprised, in your history, was never just a neutral thing. That's IGN5. And when the tension does come, real or imagined, you don't wait for it to land. You move first. Sorry if I was too much today. Sorry if that came out wrong. Sorry for taking up space. Not because you did something wrong. Because someone went quiet. Because the energy shifted slightly. Because they didn't respond the way they usually do. And silence for you has never been neutral. Silence means someone is pulling away. Silence means you said too much. Silence means you're about to lose them, and you need to fix it before they decide to go. So you apologize, not for what happened, for what might happen if you don't. It's not people-pleasing. It's not low self-worth. It's a child who learned that the fastest way to stop someone from leaving was to make yourself smaller before they had the chance to ask you to. You got so good at it that now you do it automatically. Before the conversation, before the conflict, before anyone has even decided. They're upset. You're not sorry. You're scared. And those two things got so tangled up that your mouth learned to say one when your chest is feeling the other. Here's what all 5 of these have in common. They are not personality flaws. They are not proof that you're difficult or exhausting or too sensitive. They are a nervous system that built the only map it had from the terrain it was given. And every single one of them was trying to do the same thing. Keep you safe in a place that wasn't. That's not overthinking. That's a brain that loved you the only way it knew how, by keeping you ready. The question isn't whether you can stop. The question is, can you start showing it that it's safe to rest, that the people here now are not the ones from before. That silence is just silence. That calm is allowed to just be calm. Your nervous system isn't broken. It's just still running, an old version of the world. And somewhere, under all that scanning, and preparing, and bracing, there's a version of you that just wants to sit in a quiet room and not feel like something is coming. That version is still there.